And we are live here, Fantastic Friday. I do need to fix my little phone here. Don't mind me. Because, you know, this technology. Oh, great. Now Siri wants to talk to me. Okay, she's saying, can you try that again? No. Be done. There we go. Maybe. There we are. Cool. Well, either way, welcome to another Fantastic Friday with me, yours truly, the Tanya D. I'm super excited. The sun has slipped into the mysterious depths of Scorpio season, and I'm loving that, Scorpio. This is where transformation meets truth and the unseen becomes seen, the veil. And today we're going to dive into the alchemy of shadow and light, the power of release, renew, and of course, rise again from those ashes. The energy is very potent. It's magnetic and really just ready to awaken your inner mystic. I'm also going to share details about the upcoming Quantum Leap series, getting into the subtle energies and embodying yourself, your true spirit, your authentic self, a journey through subtle energetic fields, consciousness, those upgrades, really designed to activate your personal algorithm for not just transformation, but transfiguration. And for those craving some ceremony, be sure to join me in the Scorpio Sacred Spirit Circle, where we honor this season's emotional depth, call back our power, and just really anchor soul level intentions, of course, through ritual and guided meditation. So take a deep breath, inhaling through your nose, hold for a count of 3, and exhale while you open up your heart. And really, let's travel together into the sacred waters of this new Scorpio season, where magic, mystery, mysticism, and manifestation merge as one. So the energy here is rich, it's emotional, it's just ready to reveal what's been hidden. As these veils thin, the cosmos is whispering new codes of renewal, especially with Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini, I might add. And today we're going to decode them through the 4 pillars, exploring how the elemental energies are shaping our field. So really ground your energy, open up your intuition, your intuitive guidance sector, the barometer, the shaman's portal, actually. And let's journey into the chart together and see what Scorpio's fire and water alchemy is really awakening within us. And the moon today is actually in Scorpio. We've got a double hanger here. I just recorded. You'll see me double time. But with the moon in Sag during Scorpio season, this is really offering us a gorgeous energetic contrast. So as the moon moves through Sagittarius, we're feeling a shift. I don't know about you, but it's an energetic expansion that's rising from the emotional depths of the season of Scorpio. So it's as if the soul just opened up a window after swimming in deep waters. Scorpio season brings intensity, reflection, emotional transfiguration. While Sagittarius, the energy wants to explore, express, rise above the heaviness into the heavens, the soul's harmonic. So this lunar transit lights a fire in our hearts, really reminding us that even after deep transformation, we're meant to move, grow, seek higher meaning. So there's a sense of spiritual curiosity in the air, a desire to understand the why behind the what. So it's truth-seeking energy, yet under the guise of Scorpio's influence, those truths are not just intellectual, they're embodied, felt, often uncovered through experience. So this is the perfect moon to reclaim your enthusiasm, expanding your vision, your sight, and realign your purpose, gift and purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Everyone has a gift. It's your magic. It's your medicine. And just notice where your energy feels lighter, where your spirit is asking for adventure, renewal. So allow and just let your intuition guide you beyond the limits of your mind as we continue through Scorpio season. And just remember, every revelation brings liberation. And with the moon in Sagittarius right now during Scorpio season, the energy is going to feel like emotional alchemy meeting spiritual freedom. So Scorpio digs deep to transform, and Sagittarius lifts us higher into higher meaning. So it's a dance between depth and expansion simultaneously, between feeling and vision. So today we're going to explore the four pillars for the quarter moon in Aquarius, and just notice how the elementals mirror this shift, like earth grounding fire and water balancing the light and the soul moving towards greater awareness. So as we move through all these energies, the moon building momentum, the elements aligning, this is exactly what the Quantum Leap series really dives into. It's about how to navigate energy consciously and how your subtle bodies respond to these cosmic shifts, and how to anchor higher frequencies through ritual and, of course, practice. So it's not theory, it's actually experience and awareness. And each session bridges science, spirit, and sound. I coined this spirit to spirit, spirit to source, and source to soul, guiding us to leap timelines and really align with your next level of expression. But here is the natal moon forecast for other natal moon insights. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Tanya D as we expand into the season of Sagittarius, the moon. And you'll notice I'm in the same outfit as I recorded these earlier today. But let's carry this energy, the fire, forward with the moons in Sagittarius. As I'm moving the wrong direction here, let's just get rid of that. There we go. So as we move forward, Sagittarius moon during Scorpio season, where expansive truth-seeking meets Scorpio's intensity and depth. So if your natal moon is in Sag during Scorpio season, your Sag moon thrives on freedom, exploration, meaning making, the making of meaning. So Scorpio season, however, is deep, emotional, transformative. It's asking you to pause, feel, and dive inward. This can feel like an uncomfortable clash at first because your moon wants to leap into the horizon, but Scorpio insists you face what lies beneath the surface. Yet together, these energies create a powerful alchemy. It's where the wisdom of the seeker meeting the courage of the shadow worker. So Scorpio season calls your Sag moon to expand inward, exploring hidden truths, emotional depths, and the mysteries of your own psyche. You, dear Sag, may feel restlessness if emotions feel too heavy, or if others are diving deeper than you prefer. There could be a magnetic pull to explore taboo topics, hidden knowledge, or esoteric wisdom. There could be a heightened sense of intuition, but with a need to translate it into something meaningful. Perhaps big emotional revelations that really reframe your worldview or philosophy. So to work with this energy, channel Scorpio's depth into your Sagittarian quest. Study astrology, mythology, spiritual traditions that really dive deep below the surface. Use rituals of fire plus water together. Candlelight journaling near water, steam baths, scrying with a bowl of water. And a journal prompt for you: what truth am I afraid to face? What wisdom lies within that truth? And really leaning into Scorpio's gift of transformation, let old beliefs burn so that new understandings can arise from those ashes. And Scorpio season moon medicine for the Sagittarius moons: I expand through shadow and light. I seek truth not only in the stars, but in the depths of my soul. And welcome back. So my focus for the four pillars today during Scorpio season, plus the first quarter moon. The first quarter moon, it's that midpoint between intention and manifestation. The seeds planted at the new moon are now taking shape, taking form, budding, possibly. So this is the moment where tension meets transformation, where the moon asks, it's asking us, will you act on what you've set in motion? And in Scorpio's depth or den, the first quarter moon becomes a call to courageous action, to face what's been buried and give form to what's been whispered by our soul. So, water element, depth, emotion, intuition, where the fire element is illumination and transformation. Metal element or energies are discipline, clarity, refinement, cutting away literally the sword, the alchemy, cutting away what no longer serves, where the earth element is integration, grounding between worlds, and they all play a different choreography depending where they're placed in the chart. But the four pillars shows us the elemental conversation happening beneath the surface. So water calling for emotional truth, and fire igniting the transformation, metal sharpening our awareness, where earth is grounding the change, and wood as the innovation. It's an agent of change. But our day master energy is being activated by the tension of this first quarter moon. And the month and the year are applying the pressure, asking for refinement, maturity, while the hour pillar holds the seed of what's emerging. So think of it as an energetic mirror. Where are you being asked to rise? Like, look around and see where, or sense where you're being asked to rise. As we move through the first quarter moon in Aquarius, actually happening next week, but I wanted to bring in the energy to just prepare you. There'll be a ritual in the coven, but the energy of tension and momentum are meeting this cosmic flow of innovation plus truth. So it's a time where the seeds we planted at the Libra new moon begin to really take form, where ideas meet action, our emotions catch up to our visions. But the chart today unfolds as this yin metal goat day, the greatest of all time. And yang fire, a new month, a yang fire dog month happening for us within the yin wood snake year. At a yin water snake hour. So snakes are transformation. I always think of Mowgli when I see snakes. It's just what it is. So this is a potent combination of refinement, transformation, awakening. The yin metal goat day, that's our energy of the day. It's the core energy. It invites us to polish ourselves, refining our values, boundaries, emotional truth. It's soft, it's sensitive. It has this energy with hidden strength. And the goat is asking for alignment between what we feel and what we create. The yang fire dog, which is the sun and the month, that adds courage, visibility, fierce loyalty to the mix. So it illuminates where passion drives purpose, but also challenges us to burn away distractions and those false identities. And the year, Yinwood snake, that continues. It's continuing that subtle shape-shifting transformation, growth through introspection. I feel like this is the timeline. So it's whispering that true evolution happens beneath the surface and the unseen, the other world, the higher realms, whatever, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, through patience and also awareness, conscious awareness and unconscious awareness, taking us into the embodiment of our higher selves. The yin water snake hour, this brings mystery, but also more intuition. It's an echo of inner knowing rising from the depths. So this is going to be an ideal time for reflection, spiritual attunement or refinement, and speaking our truth with quiet power. It's the sound of silence. Together, these pillars are weaving a tapestry of alchemy and refinement simultaneously. So metal sharpening clarity, fire awakening our vitality, and wood expanding the possibilities, where water deepens our emotional wisdom. It's coming from the depths of our soul. So this first quarter moon is asking us, where are you ready to act, or what your intuition, acting on what your intuition already knows? So now I want to look at the elements, how they're weaving together in this 4 pillars chart. This is like a conversation between energies that reveals where we're growing, transforming, and refining under this first quarter moon energetically. But our day master, being the yin metal goat, again, it's refined, intuitive, reflective. This is an energy, it's an energy that wants to create harmony through precision and care, really just sharpening and shaping up its beauty. Yin metal is luxurious beauty. It's refined elements, refined tools, just shaping beauty out of chaos, refining the raw into the radiant, the radiance, if you're part of the Venus workshop. But the yang fire dog, the month, this brings the warmth, the intensity to the yin metal core. It's the warmness happening for us, basically. And fire challenges metal, but in a positive light. It refines it, it tests it, it forges it into strength. So emotionally, this means pressure to rise, to really take aligned action on what we must shift. And we already know what that is, because if we don't shift it, that's where we have the energetic hiccups. The courage comes from the jump, the quantum, the leap. So it's energy that says, no more dimming, stepping into mastery. So the yin wood, the year, the snake, this is supporting our metal through the art of transformation. Wood represents growth, creativity, expansion, even those energetic hiccups. It's the keepers of the fierce protectors, the wild. Sir Didymus, if you've met me before, you know Sir Diddy is my fierce protector. But it's the unseen roots feeding our evolution. And the snake, as always, brings wisdom through the rebirthing process, guiding the metal to shape new forms from old patterns. And the yin water snake, the hour, this is bringing intuitive whispers along with spiritual awareness. So I would be definitely paying attention to the subtle energies, the fifth dimension, the undercurrent guiding every choice. Water nourishes metal. This is deepening sensitivity and that emotional intelligence. So together, these pillars speak to refinement through the reflection, which is highly important. It's our higher self. But it's also transformation through courage and mastery through the surrendering. So as the first quarter moon builds momentum in Aquarius, this energy, this elemental chart is asking, where are we being called to polish our truth and act with integrity? Which is kind of interesting. So let's just see from this point forward, let's see what our ancestors and our guides are revealing through the cowrie shells today, how our personal elements are harmonizing in this moment of cosmic refinement. So breathe deeply, fill into your subtle energy body, and we want to really peek in and see how these elemental threads are really mirrored through the shells at this point. What they reveal about our own sacred design. And no one's at my door. It's probably Amazon. Just saying. So a quick little break, and when I return, let's dive into the cowrie shells. And if you're new here, all you got to do is comment or drop the month you're born and the year, and then I move the shells on your behalf. I do mini cowrie shell divinations at the end of my show. So as we move forward, are you ready to tap into the cosmic currents and amplify your manifesting power? Join our monthly coven, a sacred space to elevate your desires through the wisdom of the stars. We've journeyed through the age of AI, balancing intuition and technology. We've unlocked the magnetic pole of your natal moon sign, and now delve into mind plus emotions for manifesting mastery, harnessing the power of your natal Mercury. Each month brings a new celestial focus, a new pathway to your dreams. Visit TanyaD.tv workshops to learn more and join the monthly coven. Your manifesting journey awaits. And we are back. So if you don't know, as I prepare to move the shells, I normally have my sage burning, but I forgot to light a charcoal today. For the Mini-Cowry shell divinations, this is where your personal energy meets the subtle energies, your ancestral guidance, the world of spirit. And it really just reveals the messages, the shifts, sometimes the energetic hiccups, the trivial pursuits, forces at play, forces of adversity usually, and just different opportunities to awaken us, just tailored for our personal algorithm, our gift and our purpose. We all have a gift and we all have a purpose. It's individual and unique to each and every one of us. This is where the Quantum Leap series is coming into play. And if you're new here, all you have to do is drop your birth year and the month. And that's when I dive into the shells. I call in your spirit team, my spirit team, to bring in the collective energies. And I basically read the shells. I do private sessions where I incorporate your own elemental, personal elemental prescribed ritual to really bring you into your energetic elemental alignment. But as we journeyed through the Scorpio season, you know, the first quarter moon, the energy is ripe for breakthrough. It's great for transformation, meeting the momentum, the domino effect, and shadow meeting light, the ghost in the darkness. And energetically, that's exactly what the Quantum Leap series is really designed for, to guide you through those inner thresholds where energy shifts and timelines expand. It really is about learning how your subtle bodies respond to cosmic pressure, but also how to consciously navigate that alchemy. You always have to create sacred space energetically. I think my very, how often do we cleanse our auric field? Getting off all the toxic debris that's not even ours usually, patterns, cycles that get in the way of our magnitude, of our magic. And also, through guided activations, meditations, and energetic recalibration. That's where we move from awareness to really embodiment, embodying our higher selves in the physical, moving from the 5D into the 3D, basically, turning lessons into frequencies and frequencies into form. So if Scorpio season has you feeling already in this moment, because we just kicked open the doorway, basically, but if you're feeling ready to shed an old skin and really rise in your luminous, into your truth, your soul truth, this is your invitation to take that quantum leap with me before we close on this day. But it's going to be 11/11 at 11. That's the date I chose. There, of course, will be a replay. But if you're new here, this is my live show. This is where I do my Mini-Cowry shell divinations. All you have to do is comment in the show notes the year and the hour, and I kind of tune into your frequency. I call in your spirit team, and I move the shells on your behalf. Some weeks I get a bunch of people that want me to move the shells, and other times we're kind of quiet little stewards here in the earth plane, the physical reality that we're all in and a part of. But while I wait for somebody to comment, I'll, of course, call in the Fae, the otherworldly beings, the spirits that I attune to, the Contemplate, the little beings, the fierce protectors of all the elementals, basically. The brought, actually, the medicine, the magic of the cowrie shells to the Dagar tribe in Burkina Faso. So, yeah, there is that. So, don't be shy. Don't be nervous. All I need is somebody to pipe in, leave your month and year of birth in the comments. Drop them there. And I'll move the shells on your behalf. There's something like the tip of your tongue. And I promise you, if it's on the tip of your tongue, it's also on the top of somebody else's tongue. Just saying. And today I pulled, I just want the month and year. Oh, did I say year and hour? No, Robin, I want the month and year. Yeah. Oh, well, when I do my private divinations, I want the whole scenario so I can really dive deep and give you your own personal elemental ritual that I map out for you. I send out an email, basically, and it's recorded, of course. I just want to say that our fairy godmother is here today, which we all have a fairy godmother. Look at that. Isn't she juicy? And I think she's even holding a peach. But she's full of starlight. This is about being mindful and tuning into our feelings and actually connecting to spirit, our higher selves, what we look like on the other world, and making those dreams, those wishes, delicious and into this world, bringing them into our physical reality, basically. So I really like that. I guess I've been in the quantum field a little bit much lately as I'm working on that workshop. Month and year, got it. Yep, you've had yours done a few times. But we're in a different season, so every time we move into a new season, the energies shift because we're a part of those cycles just as much as anything else, whether it's particles, frequencies, energies, quarks. There's so much, right? We're all atoms and particles. Oh, great. Now I just pulled the maiden. And if you don't know the maiden, The maiden is childlike wonder. She wants us to reconnect with our childlike wonder. Even though she is a child, she's not naive, actually. But this is about opening up our heart to where our heart belongs and being mindful of that longing and the belonging. Like, do we really belong there? Are these my people? Or are they not my people? Is this my environment? It's not about fitting in. This is about putting yourself first. They're part of the she. These people connect us to the otherworldly beings, the singers. The singers are angels, divas, dakinis. They bring that energy into our frequency. Their sound is so high frequency vibration that we only get little glimmers of it because it's actually too much for our energy body. You feel like you're overdoing it? Oh no, maybe I don't think we can ever overdo it. As long as you do your rituals, ritual is integration, and it's also magnetic energies. So again, the 9, really connecting with community. That's your grimoire. You're the storyteller. You're the conversation. It's also computers. It's also technology. It's metal, mineral, vibration. It's your bones, getting to the history of your bones. Like, what do your ancestors have to communicate through you? What do you remember? The memories of your bones coming through as well. And stones. I'm going to pull one more card and then I'll move the shells on your behalf. Because we did just, we're in the dog month right now. It's the heat of the dog, right? I just went over that. But yeah, and I kind of like the frequency of it. I just want to say that out loud. I don't know. I don't have my phone real close. But let's grab another card here. Okay, Gloominous Doom. He's just waking us up to, when things feel gloomy and doomy, stay in integrity. Love yourself and love yourself some more, and just open up your heart to receive the magic and the medicine, the 2 channels of the logical mind and the intuitive gift, the mystic messenger. Not all things are gloomy. It's all perspective. It's that attitude of gratitude in our DNA and the data, the all sense data of what comes through when we look at things. So I really like that. So that's kind of interesting. So we've got the fairy godmother. We've got like childlike wonder. Are these my people? Do I belong here? Is my soul elevating? And just know when you realize or have an awareness that sometimes it's hard to leave the people you're with, but you're evolving. And it doesn't mean usually people don't like us to evolve because they need to evolve. So there's kind of a sense of separation, which there isn't any. So there's that sensation of thinking you're better, or that's kind of what they put out there. But it's really not that. It's just you've evolved. And sometimes I like the silence, the sound of silence, where you can just be quiet and move forward, congratulate and just honor whatever it is you're letting go of. And that's kind of like sometimes I find when people say you get fired from a job or career, whatever, that's the universe's way of moving you. So if you shift your perspective into like moving into where you're meant to be, your gift and your purpose, the transition is a lot easier in the transformation. It's just like welcoming that energy to move you where you're meant to be. So that happens for us sometimes. But seeing it as the ghost in the darkness, the light that's there. We all carry the light, the glimmer. We're all stars on the spiritual walk of fame. That's what I always say. So, Robin, let's move the shells on your behalf and see what your spirit team has to say. So, and I always appreciate it. Yeah, I love it when people show up for my show. Tell your friends. Like, what radiates for one often radiates for another. However, so, Robin, I will attune to the magical being, the starlight that resides within you. Always has and always will be. My magical being that resides within myself. Our spirit guides, yours, mine, others. Our willed and healed ancestors. Yes, I'll take that. And the great spirit, the oneness, that I may be a conduit to deliver the message that you need to receive today. And those that are also tuning in now and on the replay. And I say that with Ashe. So that's always blessings, if you don't know. So we'll move the shells. And I usually tune in and feel the shells and they tell me when to quit. So that's how that happens. Okay, so from what I can gather, last time I moved the shells, you had some adversity with change in relationship. Right now, you've literally, the transformation is there. The key to open up what your divine heart wants is there. You're protected. It's like you're belonging. You literally, like, I hope you've started to use your voice. I see that over here, and you're actually have that childlike wonder. The card I pulled, the little beings of the other world are activated. They're all about love, joy, poetry. They're possibly trying to communicate to you. Possibly, I'm just saying through downloads, the reason being those aha moments. Because Uranus being in Gemini, it's sparking that kind of conversation, that genius kind of epiphany moments that come from unexplained. Like you can't explain how you know it, but you know it because it's that kind of transformation, that transmission. But the radical shift in maybe how you use your voice, but it's making you have clear alignment with that. I don't know if you have an altar or an ancestor or what kind of spiritual practice you do, tuning into the other world of spirit. But that's kind of what I sense, that literally tuning into your higher self, going into the other world and bringing those, embodying those messages in the physical. That's going to actually put you on a pathway. Of course, it's going to seem radical and indifferent to those around you because it is different. And they're going to be like, what's happening? It's almost like you're shedding skin and coming out like to your own, living your gift and your purpose. And it's going to be a radical change that they didn't see coming. So it's like who you've been and where you're going, or it's almost like you're going through a separation. And, having a different vision through this transformation. It's almost like seeing through the eye of creator. I call it the soul's harmonic. It's our ninth energetic center. The color is gold. And it's your own book of life. It's like literally flipping and scripting your own pages. A lot of healing will happen through that. So I really like this for you. I know I've read for you before, but honestly, I don't mind. I see things moving. You do need discernment around energetic boundaries, energy boundaries, blocks. That's on everyone's grimoire. I'm not going to lie. We always have to work through those, mine included. But this tells me to discern the voices and the spiritual energy, discern what's coming in. Make sure it's in alignment with your own inner peace. Sometimes these transmissions, I'll say, they come through a little like those aha moments I've already spoke to. So if you feel like you need to question it, be sure that you do. Yeah, definitely do. But you're getting into the flow of becoming your boss, like embodying your spirit, your gift, and your purpose. So I really like this for you. And being seen. It's like literally a spiritual bath is what I'm seeing. I would maybe invoke to the water spirits. Yeah, definitely. What it is you want to bring into your world, your starlight, on your own spiritual walk of fame. Woo, that was kind of a lot, but that was a good download. That's how I feel about that. All right, I like that. And call in your fairy godmother because she's obviously available today because I pulled that card. Okay, does anybody else want me to move the shells on their behalf? Be happy to. It's always fun. Yeah, I think sometimes people forget, we put others before ourselves and we need to put ourselves first. Yeah, that happens a lot. You to the two is what I say, double time. Okay, we were at the 333 and I missed it. Okay, if anybody else, that's Robin's not shy. If you're not being shy, go ahead and comment again. The year you're born and the month. That's all I need for a little mini session. And obviously I divulge a lot in the mini session because I can. I just tune into spirit and whatever comes through, that's what comes through. I start channeling. That's part of my gift and part of my purpose through the spirit world. So I like that. I can see there's like 4 people tuned in. So again, don't be shy. And if you are shy, don't worry. Go back and listen. Maybe there was something I said for Robin that actually resonates with you, depending. No worries if not. No judgment. So I will wait a little bit longer. Then we can do that, right? Don't be shy. I find kind of sometimes people are shy. Just remember, you know, before we close today, transformation isn't a single moment. It's a series of quantum leaps. And that's exactly what the Quantum Leap series is about. This was a download I had the other day. I actually have all the percolatings happening. I feel like I'm going to start with the energetic cleanse, which is cleansing your auric field. It's a meditation, guided meditation. That's first. But I really want to expand your consciousness, your awareness, and just upgrade your energetic field, reprogramming your personal algorithm through the subtle bodies. We're going to explore how our mind, emotions, and the energetic field co-create within a timeline. Of course, guided journeys, meditations, energy activations, rituals, because that's kind of my grimoire, to integrate higher frequencies in your daily reality. So if you're ready to shift from awareness to embodiment, this series is your next step. You can join me live 11/11/11. That's November 11th at 11 Mountain Time in my village, because that's where I live. So it's going to be an experience. You can experience your own quantum leap in real time. So as we move through these energies all today with the moon building momentum, the elementals aligning, this is exactly literally what the Quantum Leap series really dives into. Like going into the timeline of your highest timeline and bringing that into this one, the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. That's kind of where we're going to dive into. And again, if you're ready to have your shells moved on your behalf, just comment the month and the year. In my private sessions, I do ask for your birth, and then I can look at the month and the hour. That's kind of what I do with the 4 pillars when you tuned into that part of my show. But this is basically for you, and I also look at your 10-year, depending if you do a 30-minute session or an hour session, of course, timing. And I do have that special. The 88 portal is happening. If you've seen the link, that link is only on certain areas. I'm not advertising it. It's not on my website. It's kind of a personal link for those in need that need some extra assistance, I should say. So I really like that as well. Okay, this tells me whoever is being shy, you're about to go on a journey. The journey is like, make sure that you're mindful of what your heart wants. And in doing so, opening up the door to a new way of accepting and receiving the journey. You've got the skills. The master knows it, the skill master, the master maker, that's who that little guy is, to go out there and show the world your gift and your purpose. So I like that for whoever's tuning in, and a little nervous about your month and your year. So there is that. So back to the Quantum Leap series, it really is about how to navigate energy consciously, how your subtle body responds to these cosmic shifts, how you anchor higher frequencies through ritual and practice. I was in the subtle field earlier this morning, and ironically, what came through was my business registration. And sure enough, in the physical, there was a notice that I hadn't paid it, which I thought I did. So the subtle world speaks through messages, sounds, vibrations, symbols. So it's really not a theory, it's an experience. And each session, as we go through the Quantum Leap series, it bridges both science, spirit, sound, guiding us to really leap timelines and align with our next level of expression, our higher self, our Sira, what we look like on the other side. So I'm really excited about it. Obviously, there's a ritual map, so I like that as well. And again, who's ready for the shells to be moved? Because this is kind of at the end of my show. And this is the fairy who was kissed by the Pixies. So there's something happening for us. There's some kind of dream weaver happening for us. So I really like that as well. Yeah. So I think between our our fairy godmother and getting kissed by the pixies. There's something happening for us. The candomblé, the little beings, some laughter, some poetry, some joy, sparking through some kind of transformation. So I like this as well. Again, I can see you're tuned in here, but you're not commenting. All you got to do, again, drop your, just like Robin, your year and month of birth, and I'll move the shells on your behalf. I'll tune in and give you some guidance. As I keep talking, we'll take a little breath and a pause. I'll pull one more card here in a minute, put those off to the side. Maybe I'll put them right here. Yeah, you can see them, right? That looks great. So yeah, just tune in. I like it. Alrighty, well, at the end of my show, I'm going to brag about my Quantum Leap series one more time. If you're ready to dive deeper, we're going to be moving from understanding energy to really embodying it. It's like your gift and your purpose, what you came here, why you arrived on the planet at this time. So it's going to be guided practices, energetic activations, also energetic block removal, so we can get to that quantum level transformation. So if you're feeling like you're called, it's time to leap into your next timeline, your desire. That's what my workshop's going to be about this month. I kind of missed October. I was kind of excited because this one we're adding extra sauce to. Just remember, you can subscribe to the Coven, ongoing rituals, meditations, Lunar Insights, or schedule a private one-on-one cowrie shell divination to really align with your elemental algorithm and activate your next level energy if the workshops aren't for you. But the Quantum Leap series, that's waiting as well for those that are ready to really explore the subtle fields and expand your consciousness, embody who you are, and take those intentional day-to-day leaps into your highest timeline. So I like this for all of us, to be quite honest, myself included. I've been doing them every day. And I'll finish with Spirit Dancer, the 3, 6, and the 9. So, you know, if your heart believes it, receive it and act upon it. So pay attention to the subtle messages. They're obviously happening today. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. We're at the beginning of Scorpio season. So with that, since nobody else wants me to move the shells, I'll see you next Friday, and I'm going to dive into the elements of the Taurus full moon so you can get ready for the ritual and the magic and the medicine, especially if your natal moon is in Taurus. So this is your activator, is what I want to say. So I will see you then. Ashe and blessings. Thank you for being here. As gratitude, my energy is all about changing lives, igniting passions on the information highway while awakening the spirit. And I just find if people can dim your light and show your shadows or take you into the darkness, then I can bring you into the light and radiate your brilliance. So I'll see you on the other side. Ashe, blessings.